the horror begins. What if, today, everything you know about the world suddenly changed? A virus emerges. Not a normal virus, not influenza, not COVID. This virus doesn't just make people sick, it turns them into zombies. Humans, once rational and predictable, now become unpredictable predators. Families, friends, neighbors, your co-workers, all potentially infected. No borders, no warnings, no cure. The question isn't just whether you survive, it's whether humanity survives at all. This is the story of a world where a zombie virus starts spreading today, and the terrifying chain of events that would follow. The first cases, chaos unfolds. The first signs are subtle. One person collapses in a crowded city street. Doctors initially suspect a new flu strain. The symptoms are strange: pale, discolored skin, uncontrolled aggression, insatiable hunger for human flesh. Within hours, hospitals are overwhelmed. Emergency rooms fill with bites, scratches, and confusion. No one knows what's happening, but the media reports minor outbreaks. Social media explodes with videos and rumors, some real, some fake. By nightfall, the infection has silently spread to dozens of cities. People die, then rise again. Neighbors attack neighbors. Chaos begins. Governments scramble, but the virus moves faster than bureaucracy. Containment zones are set up, yet the virus is already in multiple states and countries. The world is on the brink, and most don't even realize it yet. Panic grips society. As the news spreads, panic erupts. Supermarkets are emptied in hours. People hoard food, weapons, and fuel. Traffic jams form as citizens flee cities. Social order collapses. Authorities issue warnings. Curfews are declared. Military personnel are deployed to enforce quarantine zones. But fear is contagious too. Mistrust grows. People turn on each other. Neighbors barricade themselves inside their homes, afraid of the living and the undead. Hospitals become death traps. Doctors and nurses are overwhelmed. Medical resources vanish within days. Even countries with strong public health systems are not prepared. The virus spreads faster than scientists can track it, and the infection isn't limited to one age group or demographic. Anyone can become the next victim. The military takes action. The military responds. Curfews are enforced. Checkpoints are set up. Entire city blocks are evacuated. But zombies are relentless. Fast-moving, unpredictable, and driven by hunger, they evade containment. Conventional weapons slow them down but cannot stop them. Humanity is forced to adapt rapidly. Evacuation plans are rewritten daily. Civilian survival manuals are circulated online. New alliances form between neighbors, strangers, and survivalists. Cities become fortresses. High-rise apartments, shopping malls, and stadiums are fortified. Electric fences, barricades, and sniper teams become essential. But even as humans organize, the virus adapts. It spreads in unexpected ways. Contaminated blood, airborne droplets in enclosed spaces, bites that heal rapidly, creating new zombies in hours. No one is safe. The world slowly realizes that this is not a short-term outbreak. It's a global apocalypse in motion. For survival becomes personal. At this stage, survival isn't about governments or systems. It's about individuals. You must make decisions every hour. Where do you go? Who do you trust? How do you secure food and water? How do you avoid zombies, other survivors, and looters? Communities collapse and reform constantly. Some people turn violent, preying on the weak. Others band together, forming temporary safe zones. Technology partially helps. Drones scout zombie movements. GPS maps mark safe and dangerous zones. Social media warns about infected areas, but technology is limited. Electricity dies in some areas. Communication networks fail. Even the internet cannot save you from a horde at your doorstep. Every decision carries consequences. One wrong choice, and the virus wins. The zombie behavior evolves. Unlike movies, real-world zombies are adaptive. As they spread, natural selection favors the most aggressive and intelligent infected. They learn to avoid traps. They follow patterns of human movement. They coordinate in small groups, making attacks more effective. Scientists racing to develop a cure face an uphill battle. The virus mutates rapidly. Traditional vaccines fail. Infected blood samples are highly dangerous. Hospitals and labs are overrun. Doctors become both scientists and soldiers. The world enters a new reality. Borders no longer protect countries. Cities become unsafe zones. Small towns may offer temporary shelter, but no place is truly safe. It's clear humanity is facing extinction unless radical action is taken. Humanity fights back. With no cure, survival depends on human ingenuity. Fortified safe zones are created in rural areas. Underground bunkers store food, water, and medical supplies. Advanced weapons, including drones and automated turrets, are deployed. Scientists work in secret labs, racing against time. Society changes instantly. Governments focus entirely on survival. Ordinary jobs vanish. Militaries dominate daily life. Civilians must become fighters or perish. Yet even the strongest humans struggle. Food supplies run low. Mental health deteriorates. Trust is hard to maintain. And zombies continue to grow in number, feeding the unstoppable chain reaction, the global impact. If the virus spreads unchecked, major cities are abandoned. International trade collapses. Economies crash. Governments fall. Law enforcement is ineffective. Refugees flood rural areas, spreading the infection further. Global communications break down. The world faces the horrifying realization: no country is safe. Climate, geography, and technology no longer matter. The virus is the ultimate equalizer. It doesn't care about borders, wealth, or social status. The Earth begins to feel like a planet in slow collapse. The possibility of a cure. Scientists and engineers are humanity's last hope. Teams work day and night to create vaccines, analyzing every mutation, racing against time, and balancing speed with safety. Experimental treatments are tested under extreme risk, often with volunteers on the edge of life and death. AI models predict virus mutation patterns, simulating thousands of scenarios per second to anticipate the next wave. Military labs try to engineer a sterilizing agent capable of wiping out infected zones without destroying infrastructure. But time is the enemy. Each hour, millions of new zombies emerge, overwhelming any temporary barriers. Safe zones shrink as fear spreads among survivors. Resources run out at alarming rates, forcing desperate decisions. Even if a cure is found, distribution is nearly impossible. Chaos dominates. Every delivery risks contamination. The world realizes survival depends on both science and strategy, speed and coordination, and humanity's ability to adapt under unthinkable pressure. Human psychology under zombie apocalypse. Survival is not just physical, it is mental. Anxiety and paranoia spike as people wonder who is infected and who is not. Communities fracture under stress. Longtime friends turn against each other. Neighbors barricade themselves from loved ones, and families are forced to make impossible decisions. People become aggressive or apathetic, sometimes abandoning morality entirely. Moral boundaries blur as the line between survival and cruelty vanishes in the chaos. Humans face impossible choices: save loved ones or prioritize survival, share resources or hoard them for personal security, trust strangers or assume betrayal at every step. The zombie virus doesn't just kill bodies, it breaks the human spirit, leaving mental scars that last generations. In this new world, courage, cunning, and adaptability are the ultimate weapons, and the difference between life and death. Every decision carries a weight heavier than anything humanity has faced before. The long-term scenario. If the virus is not contained, humanity faces two possibilities. One, collapse. Civilization falls. Remaining humans retreat to isolated enclaves. Over generations, survivors adapt, forming new societies that fear and respect the undead. 2, recovery. If a cure is developed and distributed, humanity slowly rebuilds, governments reorganize, cities are decontaminated, lessons are learned, but the psychological scars remain. Either way, the world changes forever. Nothing returns to normal. Outro. The final thought. So what would happen if a zombie virus started spreading today? Humanity would panic, society would collapse, governments would scramble, survival would depend on courage, intelligence, and a little luck. It's a terrifying thought, but it also reminds us our civilization is fragile, our systems are vulnerable, our lives are precious. If you want more what-if scenarios that challenge reality, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Untold What If, comment your own nightmare scenario, because the future is full of impossible questions, and together we explore every one of them.